It's really been a roller coaster of emotions for Alberta farmers over the past year. In 2020, they had an excellent crop. We had record grain movement, and going into the 2021 growing season, there was a lot of optimism. Over the past year, we've seen a bit of a perfect storm in terms of the pandemic, the extended drought conditions, and the government of Alberta actually pulling out of some services. And our response has been to be proactive, pick up some of those services where we see that they're necessary for farmers. We've responded to those changes, and that's been a credit to our staff and our board of directors in supporting us in doing that.
In 2020, when the provincial government divested in a lot of their research and extension capacity, the regional variety trials, otherwise known as the RVTs, lost their coordinator in cereals and flax. Alberta Wheat Commission and Alberta Barley have long been a supporter of the regional variety trials. It felt like a natural fit for us to hire Dr. Sherry Stridehorse to provide a coordination role for the regional variety trial program. Agronomy Update is a conference that's held every January that provides excellent agronomic information and education, and it was previously hosted by the Alberta government. The Agronomy Update Planning Committee is already working hard to bring another successful event in 2022. In 2021, the CWRC established core variety development support agreements with the University of Manitoba and the University of Alberta. The agreements will go to support the development of varieties for the northern parkland region of the prairies, as well as winter wheat with enhanced disease resistance. The highlight of the research department for Alberta Wheat and Barley last year was the, complete connection of our agronomy extension program and our research project portfolio. We have Jeremy Boychin, who does a lot of our agronomy research extension, and Dr. David Simbo, who manages our research project portfolio. And we added Dr. Sherry Stridehorse to the team. And Sherry is able to really connect those two programs. She has a great depth of knowledge on research project development and review, but she's also very strong on regional agronomy.
In the spring of 2021, the Government of Canada announced a consultation on the Canada Grain Act. This provided an opportunity for the Alberta Wheat Commission and the Alberta Barley Commission to formally submit concerns they've had since 2015.
The current review gives us an opportunity to redefine the role of the Canadian Grain Commission and what the government does and what they don't do. For example, the Canadian Grain Commission role as an administrator and reviewer of export standards.
We have also noted that a farmer's right to dispute grading must be expanded to include objective measures, such as falling number. The Government of Canada released a report summarizing the feedback they got on the consultation, and we were pleased to see many of our positions reflected in that report. We will continue to push for modernization of the Canada Grain Act based off the responses to the current consultations. The international promotion of Canadian wheat continues to be led by Cereals Canada through the new crop missions. As international buyers become more comfortable with online meetings, it's created an opportunity for our farmers to have more frequent one-on-one meetings. This has allowed for more discourse and to allow for farmers to better share how they farm, why they farm the way they do, as well as provide updates about the ongoing crop year.
We were pleased with the incremental changes to agri-stability this year with the removal of the reference margin limit. Obviously, these programs have been tested this year in the face of the drought, and so we're going to continue to be working with government to push further reforms to make these programs more responsive in the next policy framework. As always, Team Alberta is constantly looking to improve our efficiencies and strengthen our collaborations across the crop sector. This year, we undertook discussions to look at incorporating the crop sector working group into our Team Alberta model. Team Alberta has been proven to be an effective model, and it has recognition across all levels of government. It is our hope that we can implement a new model early in the new year.
Over the past few years, Grains West has done some custom publishing work. This year we aided the team at Alberta Pulse Growers with their Pulse Crop News. We continue to offer our communications and design expertise in custom publishing to other organizations within the agricultural sphere.
The Alberta Blue Book, or Crop Protection Guide, is a valuable in-season tool that farmers can reference to determine what pesticide they want to use on their farms. About a year and a half ago, we had heard of an opportunity for outside groups to take over the Blue Book from Alberta Agriculture and Forestry. So Alberta Wheat led the other crop commissions to take this on to ensure that this valuable resource was available for our members.
Last year, Grains West took on the publication of the Blue Book. We've reformatted it somewhat. We've updated the product information as usual, and we've also worked with AgSafe Alberta to update the safety section of the book.
So ensuring that the Blue Book was accessible to farmers in a timely fashion was key for us here at the commissions. So we launched an advanced ordering system which was available in December through till March. We had really great uptake with this feature, with over half of our orders being placed through the advanced ordering system.
We were able to sell over 9,500 editions, which was on target from previous years and what we had originally planned. The 2022 edition of the Blue Book is already in production. This year, Alberta Wheat held 4 wheat stocks across the province to bring agronomic information to our members, including information on fusarium head blight, in-crop nitrogen use, pests, and different varieties for use on their farms. Alberta is a huge province. Lethbridge is actually closer to Winnipeg than Mackenzie County, so it's important to have regional wheat stocks to address regional issues.
At all 4 locations for wheat stock this year, we had a total of 200 participants, with 60 coming from the industry and 20 researchers. We put these events on with Gateway Research Organization, Chinook Applied Research Association, Battle River Research Group, and Sarda Ag. Life Simple Ingredient is Alberta Wheat Commission's consumer campaign that helps connect consumers with our farmers. So this past year, Life Simple Ingredient was featured in an initiative called Field to Forks, which is an inside look at the industry that feeds us. For this campaign, we shot on site at one of our directors, Janine Paley's farm, with her family to get an inside look at producing wheat that were aired for commercials on CTV Calgary and Edmonton and on our local radio stations.
FarmCash is a cash advance program administered by the Alberta Wheat Commission, offered by Agriculture Agri-Food Canada.
In 2018, our board of directors approved us moving forward with the FarmCash program under the Advanced Payments Program of Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada. April of 2021, we launched the program in the other prairie provinces. We've had great response from the other provinces, so now we look forward to the future. It's a tool that will be particularly important to farmers coming off of a drought situation in 2021.
FarmCash is not just a loan program. It's a tool that could help producers drive their profitability as part of their investment planning, cash flow planning, succession planning, as well as that would increase their farmland value as well. In 2021, the Alberta Barley Commission focused on a major transition of the barley value chain in Canada. And the reason to do that is to eliminate duplication, to consolidate our efforts, and represent barley farmers at a national and provincial level more effectively. As a result, the Alberta Barley is evolving to a new value chain barley model, which would yield better returns for our producers and better value. We are focusing on relationships with Canadian Malting Barley Technical Centre, Brewing and Malting Barley Research Institute, and Cereals Canada to continue to support the market development and market access functions.
Since 2017, we've been operating with a single management structure. However, the next step is to amalgamate our governance. So what we're doing now is we're surveying members on their views on amalgamating the 2 commissions, wheat and barley, with an objective to getting to potential amalgamation by the summer of 2022. In the intervening time, we will need to have a plebiscite to formalize that structure.
We hired a third-party facilitator to help and assist the committee members in developing a roadmap and analyzing the future of the merger.
We've really been engaged in the process of implementing a farmer engagement plan as part of the consultations and also promoting all of those different tactics. The first thing we did was launch an online survey throughout the summer. So this was open for nearly 3 months, and although a very busy time for growers, we did get a really great uptake of responses. The commissions also hosted 2 online amalgamation town hall events in October. So we did this as another way that farmers could provide input on the amalgamation consultations, and again, just another open forum for input from our farmer membership.